Then we'll call the meeting to order and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. The first item on the agenda is the election of the officers. We elect president, vice president. To start with the president, any nominations for president?
I make a nomination for Matthew Doss to remain as president.
I would second that.
I will accept any other nominations. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? It's been a privilege and I will do my best to do my job better. Nominations for vice president, I will nominate Nick Lynn.
I'll second that.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Nick, do you accept?
Yeah, I do accept.
Okay. Moving on to approval of minutes. Have you had an opportunity to review the minutes from the last meeting?
I have.
I have as well. Make a motion to approve the minutes from 12/17.
It's been a motion
I will second that motion.
and a second on that motion. Any further discussion on this? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Minutes are approved. Appointments, Markle Park Board. The Park Board, John Markle has spoken with John, Rick, and Dito. They all want to be reappointed unless a different decision is made.
You, Dita, and Rick are all up, so, you just, is it staying the same?
Well, I thought,
Do you guys want to discuss? We have 3 spots that are open.
well, there's the possibility that since Rick is no longer a full-time employee and he does not live within the town limits, that he is no longer eligible to be on the park board. So we may want to consider putting somebody else on there in his place since he's no longer a full-time employee.
Or a resident.
Right, yeah. Well, he got an exception, since he's a full-time employee, but since he's not, he no longer gets that exception.
Is that in the bylaws of the park board that they have to be living in town limits?
I don't know, I haven't had time to do any research on that.
Why don't we table this? We could table, I mean, there's nothing crucial coming up in the next 30 days.
I mean, we can still appoint John and Dita for 2
I agree.
spots.
I agree with that.
And then just table the third one.
I'll make a motion that we appoint John and Dita, John and Dita on the park board.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. We will, if I get a copy of those bylaws, then we can look at it real quick. And then we'll have a decision, so we'll put that on the agenda for next month. The Markle Redevelopment Commission, that's currently made up of Nick, Stephanie, Doug Denny, Hal Mason, Jason Schindler, and Kathy Peterson. Is that the current slate? That's
Current slate, and there's no changes. So I make a motion to approve the appointments just as is.
okay. Make a motion to accept the slate as presented. I will second that motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries.
Did we do 9/11 board already for the year?
We did that last,
Gotcha.
in December, yeah.
What about the EDC one?
I haven't gotten, and nobody's gotten in touch with me. Usually they'll reach out and they say they need a.
Don't we have our own
camera.
EDC though too?
Oh. We can do that next month.
Okay.
We'll add that to the list. That was not on my list of, I'll add that to my appointment list too.
Okay. Then we'll bring that up then next month. Town correspondence. We did receive something from Youth Services Bureau. It's a short letter. Thank you so much for your donation to the Youth Services Bureau of Huntington County. Your support in the Walk of Hope Style Show, Teen Court Skating Party, the Brouhaha fundraiser supporting Teen Court in Whitley County, and or one of the other programs is greatly appreciated. We are blessed that 2025 marks our 38th year of support to youth as an organization. Huntington, Wabash, and Whitley counties, building relationships with area youth and collaborating with other organizations in the county we serve are essential to the family's success now and in the future. Which, as we welcome 2026, we ask that you plan to support YSB again this year. Your contribution last year was $125. So it looks like they're asking us for another contribution. Otherwise, they wouldn't say thanks. That's it.
I'd be happy to keep it at 125.
I'm okay with that too.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move on then to Operation Manager's report.
There's 2 reports in there from Wells County ABC. It's just information if you want to see something to look at. Nothing's super exciting about it, but
Anything else?
I'll provide that. There was item inspection at the wastewater treatment plant. There were 3 items that they're not deficiencies, they're not anything major, but they're things that they would like us to address in the near future. Scott's actually here. If you have questions, you'd like to ask directly about those.
That's why I'm here.
And this is normal for them to come in and do a surprise inspection. And again, the items that they picked out are things that, they're not violations, they're just things that they want to be known that this needs to be on your radar, and these are things we'd like you to change. So unless you have any questions.
What are these expensive changes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see what those are when they come up.
Yeah, well, there's a couple that we need to probably address if we're going to do a bond in the future to make some improvements. That would be the time to most likely address those as well.
Doesn't need to be addressed tonight.
No.
All right.
No. They did not put a timeline on making those changes, but it's just something that they want to make sure that we're looking towards in the future.
The bond process takes a while, so I don't want to kick things down the road for them when people come after us, but we'll address it later, but not tonight.
Right.
Okay.
You have anything to add that, Scott?
Not that we, yeah, no, not really. You got a copy of it, so did you get a copy as president of council? Did you get a copy of the inspection report? Maybe you didn't.
Is it just this?
It came via email.
It will be just this, but
Yeah.
you will get a
I was
letter.
on it, I think you were on it, it was,
No, he will also receive.
an actual
He
letter.
will receive an actual letter.
See, I know I received an email.
I'll check my spam folder.
No, but you will actually receive
Okay.
them.
Yeah, maybe, it didn't. It should, I got it, but I think it was addressed to Stephanie. Was he who got it, to which there should be a PDF file attached to that.
Mine came via email, but it's the exact same thing as well.
Yeah, that's all, and it tells in there getting sludge out of the plant. We're gonna have to start doing it twice a year,
Okay.
because we're just holding too much. The plant's working, but it's not gonna keep working if we don't get a lot more of the sludge out. Now, it shouldn't be, I don't think we'll have to do, like we do a big one in the spring and take out like 160,000 gallons. I don't think we need to do that twice a year. If just in the fall, we get out, half of that maybe.
Okay.
I think. I won't really know until we do it for a year or so to see how it's gonna work. But I think that's how, so that's an expense that's coming.
I understand. Thank you.
That's the big one, I think.
Any questions for him?
I mean, there's no reason, you wouldn't be able to just split up the total amount for the year into 2 times, or whether they're thinking that you're getting more sludge now than we used to? Or?
Yes, yeah, we got more industry, we've got housing additions, the plant's just producing more fertilizer for the, for the farmers, which is where it's going. When Merrill Brothers comes and gets it, it goes to fields so, yeah, we're just producing more because the town's gotten bigger, we've grown.
We just do the spring and fall.
Yeah, right now we just do it in the spring.
Okay. Anything else? Any other questions for him?
There's the 2025 run breakdown from Markle Fire Department. We provide this to Wells County because they do provide some funding to us for rescue services. And also we just provide this to council annually so you can kind of see what's going on. 2025 was a busy year for Markle, almost 600 runs, which was significantly higher than what we've had in years past. We already started out January strong, so.
Does this include Uniondale, or is it separate?
It includes Huntington and Wells County, so we,
I mean, like, where Uniondale would get dispatched as Markle 2,
Yes.
those numbers are in this?
yes, we are just one department now.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying,
But
it is.
the numbers that we picked up from the Uniondale area was not that much more than, so it's, what do we figure, 40% increase since?
Yeah.
Do we know when the next board meeting needs to happen for the fire department?
We still have 2 years left in the contract with the town of Uniondale.
So those board meetings are more of an ask, well, we always have to do the insurance review.
Yes, and that's something we need to look at. We are meeting as the executive committee on the 30th of this month.
Okay.
And then I will send out an email to everybody to set up a meeting for each one of us.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Anything else, Mike?
John Gray did pass his water DSM test, which is no easy feat, so we're happy about that. He will have to take a second test for his treatment, so we have treatment and distribution. He did pass distribution, so we're excited about that. He's excited about that.
Good job, John.
Also, last thing I have is there is the Huntington County Visitors Bureau is requesting a letter of support from council. They would like to increase the innkeeper's tax from 5% to 8%. That tax is not, residents are not taxed on that tax. That is only if someone from out of town comes and stays at a hotel. I believe maybe Airbnbs might be included in it as well. So if anyone's visiting the area and they stay in a hotel, they pay that innkeeper's tax.
What's your flavor on that one, guys?
I did draft a letter of support, but if you guys still what you would like to do. Tara did say if you guys have questions, that she'd be happy to, if I can give you her phone number or email, you can reach out to her. They were wanting a letter of support by her first.
And this is one of many things that Wells County's doing.
This is
Huntington County.
Huntington County, well, counties in general.
Yes.
Are doing to replace the property tax revenues that they were gonna miss out on. What do you think? Do we write a letter of support?
Ultimately, I don't know what that difference is for our town,
I don't think it's gonna be.
but
We don't really have, they do receive some innkeeper's tax dollars from the hotels up here, but it's not much.
I can honestly say that's one thing I've never seen, unless it's combined in something else. I wonder if it goes directly to the county and gets dispersed with something else, because I don't see anything labeled innkeeper's tax when I get money in. So I couldn't even tell you how much, unless it's combined with something else.
and this is probably just a letter of support, so we're not actually capturing these funds in the first place.
That's, I think the whole thing is.
It goes to the
Goes to the
Visitors
Visitors
Bureau.
Bureau.
Now, the Visitors Bureau does spend some of those dollars in Markle for
Yes.
events and marketing and things like that.
What's the downside of giving a letter of support? I guess I'm missing, why are we not wanting? Why are we questioning whether we want to do this letter of support?
Just let me stretch here. I mean, I'm actually in support of it, but if I were gonna do red team it, I would say it's, why should we, we're not gonna get any kind of benefit out of this. Why should we support an increase in taxes? But the flip side of that is it doesn't really affect us, so, and if that makes the Visitors Bureau helps us have a higher profile, great. To me, I think we should send a letter of support.
Yeah, I'm indifferent about it, I'm just raising questions, does it make us more, a place to actually visit more when your tax is 8% versus neighboring counties that are at a different rate? you know, is it cheaper to go to Fort Wayne or is it cheaper to go somewhere else? That's the questions that I'm raising when I see this piece of paper.
I could say that Fort Wayne it is not. Especially whenever they do anything with the Coliseum, they raise an innkeeper's tax.
And it's, we're starting to see every county, do. I'm not trying to sway one way or the other, but I did look at other counties and they're all starting to do this now.
Yeah, they're just looking for ways to capture some lost revenue.
Well, ultimately though, this piece of paper, like, isn't going to, us voting on this is not changing it from
Right.
5 to 8%.
Right.
This is us just saying Markle would be in favor if the county did it. It still takes a vote from the county commissioners to make this change.
Correct. So this would go to Huntington County Commissioners, they would ultimately make the decision.
Okay. Anything further on that? Let's move on to any other report? The town marshal report?
You have, or by email, the December and end of month report. So, Dave McVoy will actually gonna be starting, I gotta talk to Stephanie, see when we can get him sworn in. He can actually start a little earlier, so we're hoping to get him on about the 4th, which is a Wednesday, if I can remember the calendar right, of that next month. So, and the cars are being outfitted with the new cameras right now, so
Anything else?
that's all I got.
Any questions for Officer Markle? Let's move on to HQ report.
Only would be, we have the document to sign, that we voted on last month, so it, doesn't have the director's name on it. It has the president of the board's name on it for signature, so if we want to sign that, and then but that would just be, we would operate under his last year's contract until we get a director, and then they would come back out and sign a new one, so.
We already voted on it, so any further discussion on that? Okay, let's move on to HQ. Over the last month, Ms. Temez has been working with us on that owner-occupied rehabilitation program. They submitted a proposed survey. It's a really quick survey. It took to be maybe 90 seconds to fill out, but it really hits on the elements that are required to get the funding for that. That survey is to try to get a gauge of what the amount of support would be in our community to get that kind of program, and also to identify people that might be eligible under the program. In addition to that, since we've already initiated the intention with a survey, this sets us up for the rounds of the cycles in that process. The rounds open up, there's 3 rounds each year. The first one opens up on the 29th, and the applications are due on the 1st. The next one's the 11th of June, and then closes on the 12th of July, then October 1st, and closing on November 1st. She is saying that Okra typically prefers a 3 to 6 month of preparation, but I think we're looking at the June 1 opening to close at July 11th. Bluffton did apply for this program. They were turned down by fractions of a point, like overall like 1% or less than 1% of what they needed. One thing that they were deficient on, or not deficient, one thing that they missed out on was support from other communities. And I would like to consider, if we're doing this, if we they've reapplied, and a letter from support from Markle will help them get it. Doesn't affect us, but the flip side of that is the Mayor Bitzer would then write a letter of support for us, and that'll help us gain points too. If that's all right, gentlemen, if I can write that letter of support.
You good with that?
Yep, that's fine.
And then I'm going to ask the other communities within Warren to see if they wish to support us too. And that way, if they ever file on their own behalf, then we can scratch their back too. That's all I've got on Region 3A. Limited public comments and questions. All right. Old business. Last month I had talked about that program, the Small Town Service Summit. The interest is great, but the people committee to come is low. We have about 8 people, and I don't think it's a worthwhile venture if we get less than 12. Having speakers come from Indianapolis area, you know, I just have a hard time justifying that to spend half a day. So on Sun, if we don't get over 12 tickets sold, the tickets are free. If we don't get over 12 tickets sold by Saturday night, I'll just call the people who have tickets and let them know we're gonna cancel it. Just wish it really, I worked hard to get it out there, the word out there, but I guess it's just a bad time of the year, or I don't really know, so whatever. Any other old business that I'm not aware of? Okay, let's move on to the clerk treasurer report.
All right, in general, we have 71 vouchers for $181,046.27. Water, we have 19, $29,888.78. Wastewater is 14, $35,083.25, for a total of 104 vouchers, $246,018.30. We have 3 leak adjustments, toilet leaking, a water softener leaking, and a pipe burst. These people would definitely appreciate an adjustment, and they are all eligible. And that is all I have tonight.
Any questions for Stephanie? Make a motion that we pay the vouchers and approve the leak adjustments and accept the report.
I'd second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, none. One thing, I'm gonna go back to communications. I did receive I think we all did, this legislative dinner. It's a little bit pricey. I haven't checked my calendar. Is it due? What's that?
This was in here, but then this was in the legislative dinner.
Do either of you have any interest in going to?
It's free, I believe.
Yeah, and it's also, by the way, the night of our council meeting, so I'm gonna say let's not do it this year. Okay, if there's nothing else, then we're adjourned.